Hello, this is Engineer Dan and welcome back to another engineering video. Today we're going to be talking about the two IC engines, and that is the SI spark ignited and the CI, the compression ignited, also known as petrol and diesel engines. Now, I couldn't fit everything on one whiteboard, so I had to go to my inventory cupboard and get my old whiteboard, what unfortunately has a hole in, so just ignore that, please. Whenever I get a little bit more money, I'll invest in a new whiteboard. But so today we're just going to be comparing the two different engines. So I might as well get started. So the first is the petrol draws air and fuel on the intake stroke. However, diesel only draws air from the intake stroke, and you'll figure that out in a little bit going down. I'm just going to read them out because I don't see much else what I got to add on to stuff, but yeah. So just remember, petrol, air and fuel, diesel, only air. I try it right big as well. Now, number two is petrol uses a carburetor to mix the fuel and air, and it also injects it into the first stroke, known as the intake stroke. Diesel engines injects fuel with atomizers or injectors, and this is on their second stroke. It injects it in the compression stage of an engine cycle. The third difference is at the end of compression for a petrol engine, it's around about 10 bar. Now that's high, but compared to the diesel engine, at the end of compression, it's around about 35 bar, and that's all to do with compression ratio and displacement places and stuff. But we'll get on that in a different video. So the fourth difference is that this is obviously injected with a spark plug because of the SI IC engine. However, diesel engines are that hot inside because of compression. It's around about 600 degrees Celsius. Fuel instantly burns. It's like psh. So it doesn't need a spark. It just needs compression to set to power the engine. The fifth difference is it works on a constant volume cycle, also known as the Otto cycle. However, diesel works on a constant pressure cycle, known as the diesel cycle. We'll get onto cycles in a little bit. This is just all to do with valves and pistons. So pistons go up, valve opens, stuff like that. Different stuff at different times. Now this is the Holy whiteboard, as you see. It's a very old whiteboard, but I couldn't do all of this on one whiteboard. So the sixth difference is that it has petrol has a compression ratio around about 6 to 10, compared to diesel has a compression ratio from 15 to 20. So much higher compression ratio in diesel. Meaning they get more miles per gallon and a little bit more horsepower. Well, a lot more horsepower compared to petrol engine. Now, because of the low compression ratio, it is super easy to start the engine. Just turn the engine on and it normally sparks up on the first crank. Diesel engines can take a little bit longer, 2 or 3, maybe even 4 cranks. Because of the high compression, it's super hard to start. Now, petrol engines is cheaper and lighter because of compression ratio is low, meaning that it doesn't need to reinforce crankcases or pistons or cylinders or even camis. However, diesel engines do need to reinforce all of the said below because otherwise it'll snap, break or warp. It's more expensive. Now, petrol engines are expensive to run just because of the alkane petrol itself. It's a lot harder to distillize, I want to say, but I don't think that's a word. But yeah, also it's used more, so obviously as stocks start going down, prices start rising. Diesel engines, on the other hand, are cheap to run just because of diesel. Again, it's easier to get in the alkanes, and less cars at the moment use it because of CO2 and emissions. It's petrol cars. The 10th point is it's cheaper to maintenance. Petrol cars are cheap to maintenance generally compared to diesels where maintenance is more expensive. In petrol cars, thermal efficiency is around about 26%. That's all right. In terms of stuff, that means thermal efficiency is the energy that gets generated inside of the cylinder. How much of that energy is going towards making the car move forward. So it's got 26% thermal efficiency. It's all right. F1 cars get around about 48%, just for a little reference on that. Diesel engines, on the other hand, get 40% thermal efficiency, so they run for longer. And the last thing I want to mention is, the 12th point is petrol engines or high-speed engines. These are a lot faster than diesel engines, just because of the weight, mostly, and compression instead of spark. But yeah, you won't see a diesel race car anytime soon in the near future. So yep, I know there is a hole here, but I hope you could ignore that. And that was it really for this video. I just wanted to talk about the two different IC engine types, the SI and CI. Remember, SI stands for, hold on, let's get me on the board. SI stands for spark ignition, and CI stands for compression ignition. That's the main thing that I want you to take out of these, is SI and CI, petrol and diesel. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.